you just think, oh, okay, there you go. Register for your chance to return. Okay, that's cool. So, after months of fairly consistent leaks, it looks as though Nintendo has finally released a Nintendo Switch 2 trailer, and also looks like it's going to be called the Nintendo Switch 2. Let's give it a look. Magnetic. Oh. This reminds me of the 11-inch iPad trailer. That was, yep. That makes sense, and that was the correct leak. So everything so far is legit. Okay, it's like a peach color. And that looks like a normal blue. Interesting. They're trying to tackle Joy-Con grip. Kind of expected more color in it. But I'm also surprised they went with the Switch 2 name. In a way. But I'm not, because all the leaks recently have said that's what they were going to do, but... Is this new Mario Kart? The bezels still look quite fat on the edges, but not on the top and bottom. They were correct about the dock as well. Was that a new Mario Kart or not? I feel like I'm not familiar enough with Mario Kart to know. Plays Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games as well as Nintendo Switch games. Thank God. That's not a surprise though. That was... I think people would have been mad if that wasn't the case. Certain Nintendo Switch games may not be supported or are fully compatible with Switch 2. Okay, look at the size difference. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, it's gonna be nice playing on that bigger screen, but I wonder if they're holding out. It seems maybe they need that space for like the mechanisms in there. It just seems a bit strange that I don't know, does anyone else think the bezels on the left and right hand side look a bit big? Okay. Is this American dating or Australian dating? Is this the 2nd of April or the 4th of February? Okay. So pretty much all the leaks were true. Even a little bit of color around the analog stick. I think that dock looks like it's a little bit higher. I feel like the leaks had more screen showing. Yeah, I mean, this doesn't give us a lot to go on. They didn't really tell us what this extra button is for. They didn't really show us the release mechanism, which I assume is the button on the back for the magnets. But it looks sturdy, looks secure in terms of the Joy-Cons. You know, once we get used to the magnetic Joy-Cons, it's going to be like, remember when we had to slide them off with the rail? Remember that? I'm not surprised about the name Nintendo Switch 2 because I have seen multiple leaks lately saying that it was going to be called the Nintendo Switch 2. But I was watching a Beat 'em Ups video and he was saying that he didn't think they were going to call it the Nintendo Switch 2 because Nintendo has never used numbers in their naming systems for their consoles. Like obviously the 3DS, but that's because it was a 3D screen. But they've never done like a direct successor using numerals. So he was saying, for example, NES and then SNES, Nintendo Entertainment System, Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Wii U, it was never Wii and Wii 2. He was saying that he thought it was going to be the Super Switch or the Switch Super. And I thought, you know what, that makes sense actually. But I think because of how wildly popular the current original Switch is, and the fact that this really seems like a direct successor, like they're keeping pretty much the form factor, they're keeping the idea pretty much the same. They're just amping it up. They're beefing up the graphical capabilities, etc. So they're probably thinking, let's leverage the incredible popularity of the current Switch and link it directly to this new one. It is very obviously a successor to the Switch. This is the same sort of console that you know and love and trust. It's just a better version of it now. So that's still a while off. And obviously everyone has known that this announcement was coming because they said they were going to announce the successor to the Switch by the end of March. But I wonder if they just knew that there were leaks everywhere, so they wanted to just get it out officially. Anyway, the video description said, find out more, but it seems as though it just takes you to the same trailer. Can I skip the trailer? We might actually have some extra information. Okay, so they got your little plus up there still to match with this plus, just in case you forget which way up the screen is. So coinciding with the leaks, it does look a lot more rounded. This shoulder button goes like all the way down. Releasing in 2025. Yep, I would hope so. That kickstand, you see a kickstand like this and you just think, oh, okay, there you go. Right, so it just literally pushes out. I wonder if that's literally it, just pushing off. Okay. Yeah, it looks good. Looks good. April 2nd, just to be 100% sure about it. What if I do Australia? Melbourne! That's where I live, and there's... Free Nintendo account is required to register. Alright, so it's clearly not coming out until at least May, which is not super surprising. Register for your chance to return. Okay, that's cool. Free to enter randomly selected draw. Okay, I'm ready for that. January 18th. Gonna set a reminder. If you live near one of the cities where they're doing the Nintendo Switch 2 experience and you want to attend, make sure that you register on the 18th of January. I'm assuming it's the same in every country around the world, but it's 18th of January in Australia. Oh, there you go. Here's all the places. Toronto, Tokyo, Amsterdam, Madrid, Melbourne, Seoul, New York, Paris, Los Angeles, London. Not surprising. Berlin, also not surprising. I guess, sorry Sydney, we got one. All right, cool. Anyway, what do you guys think of the Switch 2 first look trailer? Are you surprised by anything in there? I feel like nothing in there is a shock, but it's good to see it in official images as opposed to like 3D printed versions that have been leaked. Excited to see what launches on this and how the graphics look on it. I'm more interested in like what it can handle and the sort of capabilities that we can expect from it. So I guess we'll find out more about that on the 2nd of April. See you then.